Two-Face at one time was the biggest artist, period, in Africa. Globally, I wouldn't say globally he was the biggest, but he was very known globally. With his hit track, African Queen, My African Queen, or whatever, right? We've known Two-Face, we've known Two-Face to be the person who, is, I wouldn't say polygamous, but he started a trend in Nigeria, at least in the entertainment space, where him having kids with multiple women and all that. He started that trend. I mean, I could be wrong here, but at least from my understanding, from when I started following entertainment news, he was the one that started that trend of having multiple children with multiple women and all that. And he doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon, because he's now embroidered in a new scandal, I would say. With he's married, or he's still married to Annie Macaulay Idibia, but we've now seen him engage another person, Natasha, who is an honorable house member in Edo State.
Yeah. So
Two-Face, great artist, great voice, great dad too, right? It's, in my opinion, this just doesn't rub off the right way. I'm not saying you can't divorce your wife and for any reason. That's your person. That's personal. For any reason, you can do that. You're an adult. You're a man. You're a woman. You can divorce your wife or husband, right? But the way you do it, sometimes, in my opinion, I think it matters. In this case, he hasn't necessarily finalized the divorce process. And right now, he's running around acting childish, running around having all these, PDAs with this new lady. And I think it's just a shame, for a lot of people who have a lot, like myself as well, because, growing up, Two-Face music with a listen now, there was no other big artist at the time, right? For me now to come out and be calling him childish, I think it's something that he and if he has PR people, I think it's something they should look into and tell him to, just rebrand himself and make himself look better in the light of the public. That's my opinion. But hey, you also are following this story. I know it's all over the news in the Nigerian space right now. What are your thoughts on this?
Okay, like I would say, everybody has their own thoughts. You understand? Like you've said yours, and this is my own thought. First of all, I need to ask you this question. So that means if Two-Face divorced Annie, should he come outside to say to the public, I don't say I know they do, I don't go do all the necessary thing, I've said I'm not doing again. Do you think he should come out to do that?
Two-Face is a public, and I guess you're expecting a yes or no answer, right? But it's not necessarily a yes or no, right? Two-Face is a public figure. And from the trend of most public figures, even there was a time, I think, many public figures, right, when they have a personal thing going on in their life, because they know that it's eventually going to come out in the public, someone somewhere is going to leak that news. They just put out a statement and say, hey, this is what I'm going through right now in my life. I ask the public to please respect my privacy. This is what most of these public figures do. I would expect him to do something like that too. So I guess yes is my answer. Yes.
Okay, so now I will still tell you this. The major reason why I have to throw this question to you.
Yeah.
There are some people that their marriage life, or whichever thing you want to call it, is private. They choose to tell you what they want to tell you.
Okay.
For the fact that they have brought, like, Two-Face don't bring any come outside. Oh, now who are they married with this? So now who are they doing for this? Doesn't mean say if he sleep with Annie today, he go come outside there public. I don't sleep with Annie today. Sleep with me well. Do this one. Or if Annie should prepare a food that is bad, Two-Face will come outside and say, she no put salt for the food, she no do this one for this. I don't know, maybe you're getting what I'm saying. So, relationship, you choose to tell us what we want to know, but let's not judge. Like you have judged already. Like he's supposed to come outside and say, oh, I don't divorce Annie, see the divorce paper. He might have done that. When we don't know. And if he still be saying overdo one, but you are just trying to judge one side, and you suppose come outside, come tell us, say this one, that one, this one. So for me, I don't want to judge. You understand me? Two-Face is a grown-up man, wonderful entertainer, and and Annie too. Like, now them bring this thing come outside for social media, and we are here to judge. My own opinion, I feel Two-Face is grown up, and Annie too. I don't know. Like, I can't really figure out waiting happen, waiting make. For every man's decision, there is something that has led that man to that decision. For every human decision, the woman himself, there is something. So as long as we are not in there, we can't really figure out, okay, this is it. A lot of people are blasting Two-Face. Oh, why would you do like this? And this, that one. Two-Face still do show recently here. He's still carrying Natasha come. Everywhere when they go, Naima and Natasha. He's still carrying Natasha come. The fans, when they bully, when they destroy him, Two-Face, why would is he going to do like this? Now they still they sing, well, you are my African queen, girl of my dream. Do you understand me? So
Yep.
all these fans, what you see, we get our own mindset of our own. Some people still love Two-Face. Some people still say Two-Face. Now, maybe Two-Face don't see something, or maybe something don't happen, or maybe, So I can't really figure out and say, oh, Annie is bad, or Two-Face is good, or Two-Face is bad, Annie is good. No. So both of them are mature. For me, there is something that has led to that. So that is what I can say. So I can't really figure out what is making Two-Face behave the way they behave. So now only God, now you know. You understand? So that's my own opinion, though.
Totally agree, but I'm not criticizing Two-Face's decision to be with Natasha. He can. He's a grown man. He can do that, absolutely. But my thing is the way he's going about it. At the time when when he started bringing out Natasha, and again, he is still the one bringing, like you said, right? He's still the one bringing Natasha out, like taking her wherever. So he's already putting her in the public, right? So now it's public business. It's now my business because he's putting it out there. I can talk about it. If he didn't put her out, then how would I know, right? You see what I'm saying? How would I know if he didn't bring her outside? Nobody would know, right? But because he's doing these things, that's why now I have an opinion. Be as if Two-Face didn't inside in house. I just did say, I do like Pastor Oyedepo say, I can see Two-Face with one woman called Natasha. No, he's the one putting all this stuff in our face, right? In our faces, right?
Yeah.
And at the time, I think it was I can't remember these Tokemakin, one of these ladies that's friends with Annie Idibia. There were stories or rumors that she was maybe in therapy or some medical facility taking care of herself or whatever, right? And Two-Face decided to come out with this with the break. Again, he was the one that broke the news of him being separated from Annie. So I'm not making this up. He's the one that went to his Instagram and released the press release and said, oh, me and Annie are separated. So he didn't say they're not divorced. Maybe they are now, but at the time they weren't divorced. You see what I'm saying? And after a while, that same day, Two-Face, on that same Instagram or Twitter or wherever he put up that news, Two-Face came out there was a press release and said, oh, my account was hacked.
Yeah.
That same day, Two-Face made a video and said, my account was not hacked.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So this is childish. This is childish. I'm not saying him being with another woman is childish. I'm saying the situation, the circumstances around it is childish. And he is acting childish. I'm not wrong for saying that. I don't think I'm wrong for saying that.
Okay. So like you started with a statement and you said you've known Two-Face, out of all the entertainers, now you first start with the multiple, what you want call it. Do you understand me? First of all, for someone like Annie, let me put myself in Annie's shoes. You suppose don't get the mindset, say, this man, Father Abraham. Yeah, when you can't change. Now so in day. So if you wake up tomorrow, even the Natasha, I'm sure if the Natasha na person where they think, if he finish tomorrow, say no day with Natasha again. Say one go day with. If one go there with one Zimbabwe girl for Makodi. Do you understand me? So this is how this person is. You can't change it.
Yep.
You can't. Do you understand? So,
Yep.
but for me, from the aspect where they look to fit, I know he's not doing something right. I know there is something. There is something where be say, I don't know if probably maybe they manipulated or something. But like I said, he's a grown-up man. He has his decision to make and everything. So, but it shall be well with him. Do you understand me?
It shall be well with Tupe.